Hello, my love. Welcome or welcome back to my YouTube channel. As you can see by the title, today's video is going to be about your wealth, honey. Why are you not a millionaire yet? Point blank. That's the question of the day. Why are you not a millionaire yet? If you are at this video, however it found you or however you found it, if you are at this video, you have the potential to be a millionaire. Okay, it's an energy. It's not an assumption. It's not a guess. It's an energy. Okay, and we're gonna find out what's been holding you back. Why you have not yet aligned with this highest potential. Why you have not yet aligned with this millionaire energy. Okay, so as you can see, this is a pick a pile. We only have 2 for the day. Here we have pile number 1, color pink, and here we have pile number 2, the color whites. Okay, take your time, do what you need to do to decide on your pile, and I cannot wait to see what Spirit has to say. See you at your pile. Okay, pile number 1, let's go ahead and get into your message. The first card we have is the Conduit. Okay, hopefully you guys can see this pretty well. We're going to go ahead and stand this card up right here, actually. Okay, the Conduit is a very, very interesting card, and it's all about setting your intention, setting the intention to flow with your money, not trying to force your money to go in any certain direction. Okay, so already coming through, when it comes to this millionaire energy and status, you have not yet reached that level because you have not quite tapped into this divine flow of money. Okay, let's go ahead into the book and see what it has to say specifically. It says, the conduit understands that money is like water. It wants to flow. She never attempts to block the way it wishes to go or force it to change direction. Instead, she reveals in it when it flows to her. Instead, she revels in it when it flows to her and sends it off with gratitude when it flows away. When it comes to money, your role is to be a conduit for it, to allow it to flow to you and through you. Okay, are you clinging to money or are you spending mindlessly? Spirit's telling you be more intentional with your money. That could look like a lot of things. Okay, that could look like financial planning. That could look like budgeting. That could look like saving. Okay, whatever that may be for you, spending less. Okay, spending intentionally, not spending frivolously or impulsively. Whatever this is for you, Spirit's telling you, you need to understand this lesson that money flows through you. All of this is energy. But if you are stuck or stagnant, or you have stuck or stagnant beliefs when it comes to money, that energy is not going to flow through the same way. And I'm sorry, if $500 can't flow through your energy, $1 million cannot flow through your energy, my love. Okay, so let's go ahead and continue. We have the Emperor coming out. Okay. So the Emperor in the reverse can definitely talk about you not having this assertive, leading, taking charge kind of energy when it comes to your finances, when it comes to your goals and your wealth and your abundance. Okay, you have not yet reached this millionaire energy and status because you have not taken complete control and intentional control. Okay, that's the important part. Intentional control of your finances, of your I almost want to say kingdom. Okay, this is your kingdom that you are building, that you are reveling in, that you are living in, created in the way that you want it to thrive. Okay, give it the energy and feed it the energy you are wishing it to blossom. All right, we have the 9 of Wands coming out here. So this can definitely talk about you being on guard a little bit, or you feeling like you're on the defenses when it comes to your finances and your money. So money could be a little bit unpredictable for you. You could have Aquarius placements when it comes to your finances. Second house Aquarius for sure. Aquarius moon. Let me see, Pisces when it comes to your finance or moon placements can bring some unpredictable energies. Okay, so Spirit's definitely, I'm also hearing Saturn placements for you can be significant if you have a water sign. Saturn especially is what I'm hearing. But get focused, get intentional, my love, on your finances, the control you have on your finances. Look up people like Lori Harvey, and did I say Lori Harvey? That's not what I meant. What the heck? So that's a whole kind of thing we won't get into, okay? Because we're all about high vibrations over here. But that person could be significant. The diddler trial could be significant for you. That could be something that you've been keeping up with. But that's another thing that Spirit's bringing to my attention is your focus. Okay, you're constantly on the defenses and focusing on these negative, low vibrational things that make you feel like money is a weapon and money is evil, and people who have money who have money are evil. And if I were to be a billionaire, I would be looked at as evil, and I don't want to be evil. You need to break down these beliefs that you have about money and power. What are your associations to money and power? Do you believe that if you were to become a millionaire, that would make you too powerful? Do you believe the thoughts that you are saying about people who are rich at this moment? Do you believe those things would apply to you? Do you think all rich people are pigs? Do you think all rich people are disgusting? Because do you want to be a pig? Do you want to be disgusting? I don't think so. So how would you manifest yourself into that situation if that's the belief you have? And I'm not saying that is the belief you have, but this is all the energy I'm picking up. Okay, look at that. We got the 9 of 9. Look at that. We got the 9 of Pentacles coming out telling me that you're definitely you've done a lot of work up until this point, but you still got some ways to go. You've still got some ways to go when it comes to the flow of energy, the intention of action, the intention of understanding, the intention of knowledge. Okay. Just because you have an understanding of things, or just because you follow a step-by-step kind of plan doesn't mean your intention is there. For example, if you were to do a spell, if you were to do spell work on getting a new home, you could do step A, B, C, and D, and you might manifest, you know, an application for an apartment to go through. But if you don't have that passion, if you don't have that emotional connection to your magic, to your manifestation, to your words that you speak over your magic, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen with the same force and the same magnitude. This is the same thing when it comes to manifesting wealth. Okay? Allow these things to flow to you and through you. Set intention to flow with your money, Don't flow against your money. Don't flow against the idea of money and riches and power, because these are all things that you know how to handle, okay? Or maybe not yet, but you can learn how to handle. These are not things that can and will corrupt you. These are not things that you will use as a weapon, okay? So fix the beliefs you have surrounding money, surrounding how money flows to you and through you, if it flows to you and through you. And Spirit's also telling me here, with this 9 of Pentacles in the reverse, they're also telling you, if you feel called to stop and save money, if you feel called to, not so much invest, but to educate or to research or to do something that is not directly, quote, saving or making money yet, you can do that and still be in the flow of money. Like I said, it's all energy, okay? If you need help understanding maybe quantum physics and how this energy flows and how it works and how you can use this knowledge to even collapse how long it will take for you to manifest something, because your beliefs and your abilities shift based on your beliefs, okay? Your abilities shape, wow. Your abilities shift based on your beliefs, okay? The amount of money that you can manifest will shift based on the beliefs you have surrounding money, based on the intention that you have when you're in situations that are relating to or about money. Okay. Do you find yourself in arguments about money a lot? Do you find yourself disappointed when it comes to money? Do you find yourself feeling powerless when it comes to money? Feeling like I said, there's a lot of unpredictability when it comes to money. These are all important things to think about, because these are all things that are flowing through and within you, through and without you. Okay. I feel like I'm starting to talk in circles, so let's continue. Okay, we have, there are many energetic forms and expressions of love. So Spirit's telling you, you can be, like I said, that you can be very intentional with your energy and it not be direct to or about money. You can be you can be intentional when it comes to giving and receiving love. Love is a form of abundance and wealth. When you are elevating the energy and the frequency of love, you are inviting in and expanding this energy of wealth and opportunity and abundance. Okay, so that's another thing when it comes to your millionaire energy, understanding that there's going to be a lot of different forms of energetic love and energetic abundance. It's going to look a lot of different ways, and being open to flowing with those energies rather than focusing hard on how much you should or shouldn't accept or reject an energy, that's a waste of time, okay? To keep it short and sweet. We have a coworker has been talking about you with others, okay? So this could be why this Nine of Pentacles is also coming out, why you may not feel the wants or the need to, go to work or work as hard. You might feel like, you're not being respected at work. You might feel like you're not being valued at work. Spirit's telling you what this is, and this is not in a judgmental way, but they're telling you, what are you doing? What are you doing to have this energy constantly surrounding you? And that does not mean that it's always your fault that people don't like you or people treat you any other way. No, this means that there's always a reason. There's always a deeper meaning. There's always a cause to the effect. Okay, if someone's treating you a certain way, what energy are you giving off? It doesn't mean you're giving off a bad energy. You could be giving off a very rich and abundant energy, and they don't like it, and they're jealous, and they want to shut that down, or they want to steal that. Okay, when you go to work, you could be giving off a very negative energy, a very overpowering, a very intimidating energy, and people could be talking about you, and that could be lowering your vibration surrounding money, okay? Or lowering the vibration that money, how can I say this, Spirit? That could be shifting the vibrational association that money has to you and you have to money. So those are all examples, but look at that and think about that, okay? As you're thinking about how you can better flow with money to flow into your millions, okay? As above, so below. A great reminder that what you feel within, you will start to see manifest on the outside. What you are seeing and what you can understand from above can be seen and implemented here in the physical. Okay, last but not least, we have use color to enhance the energy you like to manifest. So we have the color red here. The color red is about power. It's about dominance, okay, domination. If you feel like you are powerless when it comes to money, wear red. Wear red when you go to work. Wear red when you're doing things that will make you money, okay? If you feel like you're not receiving the kind of treatment you want when it comes to money, or when it comes to places that surround money, so work, when it comes to social media, if you make money on social media, wear colors like yellow and blue to attract this lightness and this peace and this joy, this lighter energy to you when it comes to money in these areas that money are. Do you see what I'm saying? I really hope this is making sense for you. I'm trying to give you as many examples as I can, because Spirit's really wanting you to reach this level of abundance that you're wanting, these millions that are open and available to you, but you have to understand how to flow with your money, not be worried and scared and stagnant, stuck, okay, resisting your money, not be chasing and wanting and drooling over your money. Understand your money flows with you. You are your money walk side by side energetically, whether you see it there or not. All right, my love. So definitely keep these things in mind. If you need any further help, do not be afraid to get a reading from my website. Thank you so much again for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe, and comment if you have any questions or you need any clarification. And I will see you in the next video. Bye. Hello, pile number 2. Let's go ahead and get into your reading. And what is the reason you have not yet manifested this millions, this energetic millions, okay, whether this literally be millions of money or energetically be, I'm almost hearing millions of opportunities to make millions of dollars, okay? So your card is the Stargazer. Okay, I think this is a great card to get out. We'll definitely read out of the book for you. But yeah, the Stargazer is quite a pretty card, yeah, to get out in this situation. Okay, when it comes to manifesting your millions, Spirit's definitely telling you with the Stargazer, kind of like how you look to the stars and you can connect the stars and see images and patterns. Spirit's telling you, look for patterns and can start to connect the dots when you're receiving these this divine guidance surrounding wealth and finances. Okay. What else is coming through here? Yeah, I'm hearing things can be chaotic for you. Things can get chaotic for you. And in the chaos, it can be hard to realign yourself with the energy of wealth and abundance and focus and peace, which are all things that I'm hearing are necessary for you, specifically pile number 2, to manifest this millions. Okay, so let's go ahead into the book. It says, her eyes are trained to look for patterns, making it easy for her to spot constellations amidst the smattering of stars overhead. That was the word, constellations. And while she knows there are a multitude of directions she could look in and an incomprehensible number of celestial bodies in the sky, she trusts that wherever she looks, she'll find the patterns she's looking for. The Stargazer is a reminder that the universe is filled with infinite abundance. This is one thing that could be interesting and why it's good to do things like meditation, because energy, not all energies are, quote, inherently bad, right? Obviously, but things can get chaotic when you have a lot of opportunities coming in, whether they, are all negative, all positive, or are a mix of the two. It can get overwhelming. It can be overwhelming to have a lot of, options. If you're an artist, for example, and you just really want to go viral and want to, sell all these paintings. But if somebody came to you and was like, I have an offer, I want to commission you to make me 10 paintings and I'll pay you $250,000. Would you be ready? Would you be ready to say yes? Do you know your value? Do you know your worth? Do you know how long it would take you to do those things and the amount of money it would take you to make those products or commission those, to be commissioned for those sales? Do you know what I'm saying? So understanding how to connect those dots financially and energetically can be a great, great motivator for you to continue to chase these millions, to attract these millions, pile number 2. Okay, it says, and instead of feeling lost in life, it's important to look for patterns and clues that are pointing you in the right direction. Look for patterns in your day. The universe is always nudging you toward the abundance you're looking for. Once you connect the dots of those little synchronicities and the big coincidences in your life, a map through the chaos will emerge to lead you to infinite wealth. Woo! That was a lot. Okay, I definitely don't want to overwhelm you. I feel like I almost just threw a lot at you. Okay, that's just the energy I'm picking up. However, I know you know, and I know you understand pile number 2. It's just about executing it. I know you know what it means to be overwhelmed. I know you know what it means to be overstimulated. I know what you know. Wow, I know you know what it feels like to carry on too much and to feel like you're big and bad and think I can do everything. I can do it all. I can say yes to it all and end up being burnt out and overwhelmed. Spirit does not want you to find yourself in that position. And it can be very easy to once you open yourself up to so many opportunities. Okay. Spirit's not telling you to deny opportunities. Spirit's not telling you that, you need to refine yourself and only pay attention to certain things. No, Spirit's telling you, have the power of discernment, be able to look at a wide range of opportunities and be like, you know what, thinking about myself, thinking about the version of me who's a millionaire, these are the things I can pull. Okay, these are the things that I can pull from them and their personality and what experience I think they would have. And now I'm going to choose and connect the dots, make decisions based on those things to get me there. Okay, I want to get there. So I'm going to make decisions and connect things that make sense to get me there. Okay, you're very good at finding patterns. And that's one thing that comes very naturally, especially the more spiritual you become, is acknowledging and noticing those synchronicities. But after you acknowledge and notice them, then what, right? What do you do with them? What do you do with that newfound tidbit of knowledge? Okay, we have the Knight of Swords coming out. So the Knight of Swords, when it comes to your wealth and your abundance, especially when it comes to manifesting millions for you, this talks about you kind of either moving too fast or not moving fast enough, okay? Spirit's telling you, take your time to connect these dots. Take your time to make sense of it all, to process the entire sky before you start to label the constellations, because you don't want to label a constellation and realize you didn't turn your head to the left. You missed about 16 stars over there that now create an entirely different constellation, okay? Now, I'm hearing to say this, that I'm hearing more than one thing can be true at once. Okay, my love, more than one thing can be true at once. More than one thing can attract you at once. More than one thing can be good for you or bad for you at once. But that doesn't mean that's always the case. And it doesn't mean that that's something to necessarily worry about. Okay, have the spirit of discernment. Understand what it means to discern for you personally and specifically. Okay, the Knight of Swords can also talk about immature communication, or what's the word? Premature communication. That sounds weird, but Spirit's telling you, don't speak too soon and too fast and too hasty on the things that you're starting to notice, on the things that you manifest. It's the same kind of thing as, you know, you don't want to go around telling everybody your business and your plans, because they're going to start to realize, hey, maybe I want to, maybe I want to live the way you're living. Maybe I'm just going to copy you. Okay, you don't want to do that. You don't want to find yourself in that situation. What you'd rather do, pile number 2, to manifest these millions and to reach these millions is say, I'm going to keep my mouth closed and continue to observe. Continue to observe these patterns. And once I've observed all that I need to observe, then I'll communicate what I need to. Okay, what's necessary, if it's necessary. The Spirit's telling me you yap too much. Pile number 2, you yap too much, you talk too much, you get overly excited about the synchronicities and what you see and what you feel. And it almost is like popping the balloon before it's blown all the way up. You get so excited that it's filling, pop. Girl, you didn't even let it fill all the way up. Like, it wasn't even done. You know what I mean? You ruined this manifestation before you've let it swell to the and expand to the amount that it really should be at. For example, it's like the energy of someone not knowing how to keep their mouth closed when the universe is gifting the money. For example, if you get a random windfall of $1,000 and you're telling everyone and sharing it with everyone and giving everybody a couple dollars, yeah, I'm balling, because you're moving hasty, moving impulsively, moving overly excited, almost immature like, and now you got $50 for yourself and for the bill, okay? Instead, knowing how to keep your mouth shut when it's necessary and sharing only when you feel called to. Only when you feel called to. Not just when you want to, when it's like, cool, I'm about to flex, but when you feel called to, pile number 2. Okay, we do have the... we do have the Ten of Wands in the reverse here, talking about you needing to release some things from your plate. Okay, this can talk about you being overwhelmed and you understanding that in order to, like I said, make sense of everything and make sure that I'm going in the direction that makes the most sense for me and who I want to become as a millionaire. In order to do that, I need to make sure that I'm not carrying no bullshit. I'm not just looking around and absorbing and accepting bullshit and puking it back out. Okay, Spirit wants to know and wants you to understand how to look around and observe and, take in things that are valuable, only things that are valuable and that are important for you and that help you, like I said, connect the dots on who you want to become. Okay, this millionaire status you want to, find yourself at. Now, with the Empress in the reverse here, this is kind of interesting because this card gives very Empress energy, very light and beautiful, yet very connected to Source and very wise, right? This in the reverse, the Empress, is giving the energy of someone who's maybe a bit insecure, someone who's maybe needing some time to almost refresh, okay? Or maybe needing some time to zhuzh yourself up and get that confidence back up there, okay? I'm not telling you that you can't handle what you want. I'm not telling you that you need to give up on chasing your dreams. I'm not telling you that you can't have multiple passions and multiple dreams. And I'm not telling you that you can't share with people the things that you like and that you're excited about. But what I am saying, pile number 2, is that when it comes to you sharing your information and sharing the things that you're manifesting, be slow to share. Take your time sharing, especially until you know that what you want and what you're manifesting is set. Okay? Understanding that the things that I'm consuming and the things that I'm observing, not only are they aligned in some way, and I'm kind of like the aligner, or the thing in the middle, the common denominator between it all, right? But pile number 2, you are also the thing that's going to either continue, how am I trying to say this? You're the thing that's either going to continue these dots to kind of connect and these patterns to make sense of themselves and create this bigger meaning, or you can look at all these things and get distracted by the shiny and get distracted by how much stuff is going on and get overwhelmed by how many options there are and how I could do this or I could do that. This could go this way. This could go that way. And be just so distracted that you just freeze, and be so distracted that you choose everything or you choose nothing. You don't want to find yourself in that position. Okay. Number 2, take your time, build that confidence in your decision making. Okay. We have work by the moon. So Spirit's telling you, especially if you are into hoodoo or any witchcraft, you need to be working by the moon. Okay. Follow along with the cycles of the moon. If you are women, follow along with your period, with your menstrual cycle, and do spell work and magical work that aligns with it, okay? We have, you can expand your consciousness without losing your grounding. And that's wow. 8. That literally sums up everything I was trying to say. You can expand your consciousness. You can expand and blow up that balloon so big without passing out, without losing your grounding. You can look at all of these beautiful things and opportunities and think about the amount of abundance and success that millions of dollars could bring you, and what you could provide for yourself and others with millions of dollars. You could expand your thinking, your consciousness to these levels without having to sacrifice, okay, I'm going to go crazy. I'm going to have to do this. I'm not going to be able to do this. And if I am rich and I'm going to be stuck doing this and I'm not going to have time for this. No. Okay. Your spiritual team does not want you to lose yourself for money, lose yourself for this millionaire status or these energetic millions you're looking for. What they want you to do instead is observe, okay? To understand how to have peace within and be grounded within and be able to look around you and go, okay, I know how I feel within. Based on how I feel within, this is how I'm going to move in this external space. We have, you have the unique ability to perceive subtle energies and dimensions. So yes, my love, you have this ability to observe not only this realm, but other realms. And this is why it can be overwhelming for you. It can be kind of like a headache, or even I'm hearing you might have migraines. That might be why, okay, you are observing so many energetic fields and energies, and so you're consuming so many things. It's like, you cannot possibly focus your energy intentionally and manifest one thing in one direction. Okay. And in order to make millions, you're going to have to not push, but you're going to have to ride with that energy in one direction for a little while. You can't allow your energy to spread and spread and spread and spread and spread until it's like each part of you, each manifestation has like a morsel of sand in it, a morsel of efforts and energy. You're going to be drained. You're going to be burnt out. You don't want that. You want to be able to connect all of these things beautifully and subtly versus feeling overwhelmed or feeling chaotic with the amount of energies and knowledge that you're now absorbing and trying to understand. Okay, we have direct guidance is coming through your dreams, my love. So pay attention to your dreams. Pay attention to the messages you're receiving in your dreams. Okay, this is another way that you could very well be observing patterns. Okay, what colors are you seeing in your dreams? We're seeing a lot of blue and white and brown here. Okay, those colors may be significant. This pink and white, these pink flowers are looking significant to me as well. Those could be signs and patterns, synchronicities that you see that are very vivid. Okay, vivid enough for you to remember, vivid enough for you to attribute to another thing you see. You know, for example, I had a dream, a very, very vivid dream. I saw a blood orange pre-mix 1800 drink, or something like that, okay? And I went to the store, and sure enough, they had it. I woke up, and I was thinking about it all morning, so I looked it up, and I'm like, is this a real thing, this blood orange mix? I look it up, and it's real. I'm like, okay, that's crazy that that's real. Like, who would have thought? And then I'm in the store, and I see it at the store. I've never seen it before, and I'm like, wow, that's crazy. You know, I went to a whole new store and saw it. I'm like, you know, those are the ways that the synchronicities can make sense to you, or those are the ways that the synchronicities can be chaotic and drive you crazy. Okay, so having that groundedness and using that discernment in a way that makes sense for you, that makes that gives you this ability to connect things and perceive so many things without being overwhelmed and overstimulated and being like, I'm about to go into psychosis type shit. You know what I mean? Okay, pile number 2. So yes. Is there anything else coming out for pile number 2, please? I'm hearing that water signs are definitely significant. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. We have air and fire out here as well. Those could be significant. Moon work is definitely significant. You could have a Venus sign moon, Taurus moon, Libra moon. Libra is definitely significant. Libra moon, Libra sun. Yeah, I'm also hearing you need to beautify your life, pile number 2. This is another way to help you manifest the millions that you desire. When you feel good, and you feel like you're comfortable you feel like you're in a very, again, grounded, comfortable spot, you can really think clearly and view and perceive clearly and make decisions that are straight on the, you know, path, or straightly and narrowly aligned with the you that you're wanting to be and wanting to create. Okay, my love. So that's what I have for you, pile number 2. I know that was kind of like yapping nonstop. I really hope, you know, you found clarity and value in this message. I know you will. And I know that this message will 1000% help you manifest the millions you're looking for if you apply its advice. All right. Thank you so much. If you need any further clarity, you can definitely comment below any questions. Thank you so much, pile number 2. I appreciate you. And good luck on making your millions. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.